Awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and dive in on this. Tammy, hey, welcome. I see you're from Orlando and you're new as well. So, welcome to all of you guys who are on here. I'm well. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ben. I am just a normal dude, Army veteran. Um, I stumbled upon digital marketing um, about a year and a half ago. The way that we everything that I do now, I've learned how to do in the last year and a half. I learned how to get into this by taking a quick course. Took me about a week to learn everything and get everything set up. Um, and I started off with 0 followers, brand new Instagram account, and I just followed the steps and stayed consistent. And I ended up making $10,000 in my first 30 days. And from that point on, I was sold on this business model. And I was like, why would I ever go back to work? Why would I do anything when I can spend 2 hours a day posting on social media and let my systems make money for me? And so it's been the craziest ride. It's been the hugest blessing. And I feel like God brought it into our life at the perfect time because over the last year and a half, my wife has actually gone through a lot of really difficult health struggles, and she's just been through it. And I've had to spend a ton of time going with her to doctor's appointments, taking care of her, doing a ton of things for her when she couldn't even do the basics for herself. And so if I didn't have something where I could be making money with 2 hours a day on my own time, on my own schedule, there's no way we could have gotten her the care that she needed. And so, this has been a godsend for us. It's been a lifesaver. Um, it's not just about the money at the end of the day. It's about what that allows you to be able to do, the time that you're able to have with your loved ones, the freedom that you're able to have in terms of being able to do what you want, go where you want, and be present with the people that you love. And I think that's what life is about. Um, so we're really thankful for this business. And that's why I'm excited to share with you guys how this works and how you can get into it, because I feel like this is something that literally anybody can do. This is not something that you have to be a tech guru. You don't have to be super skilled in any way. And you don't have to have any type of degrees or experience to get started with this. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to share with you guys a little bit about it. This is an interactive Zoom. So for those of you who are watching, like who are actually on here live, ask questions and I'll answer any questions that you have. Okay. So I'd love to literally just help you understand how this works. And that way you can decide if it's something that you want to get into and get started with. How many of you guys have like been on social media and you see tons of people talking about how to make money online, posting on Instagram about, digital marketing and affiliate marketing and this, that, and the other side hustle? Put a one in the chat if you guys have seen a lot of that. And I'm sure that you probably have, because if you are on this Zoom, I'm sure Instagram has flooded your feed with tons of other people too. Yeah. Is it Kemi? Is that how you pronounce it? She put like 7 ones. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so Kemi and Tammy both have seen a ton of that kind of stuff, and I see it too. Okay, um, and it's hard. I understand because like I was in the same place that you're in, a year and a half ago. It's really hard to sift through all the different options and all the different people and be like, what's real, what's not, what's a scam, what's legit. Is there even anybody really making money, or are they just scamming other people, right? And so I totally understand how that feels, and that's why I wanted to do these type of webinars, is to just give you guys a place to interact with a real human being, get answers to your questions, understand what it is and how it works, and that way you can start to kind of wrap your head around it and see if it's something that you want to learn more about or get started with. So that's why we're here. And like I said, I'm just super passionate about helping other people do this because I've seen it change my life first, and I've seen it change a ton of my friends' lives, and tons of my students as well, who've been able to learn how to do this and start making either extra income or full-time life-changing income. It's it's all parts of that spectrum. So let's dive in and talk about the nuts and bolts of what this actually is. Okay, so what I do is a combination of um, digital marketing and affiliate marketing. Okay, so those terms might mean a lot of different things to different people. When I talk about those things, I'm talking about affiliate marketing is advertising other companies' products for them, and they'll pay you commission off of the sales that you generate for their product. Okay, that's affiliate marketing. So you're basically just partnering with other companies. It could be a big, massive company like Nike, or it could be just random products on Amazon, or it could be like your vacuum cleaner that you've got at home that you love, or it could be digital courses or different things like that. Okay, there's you name it. 87% of companies have affiliate programs that you can actually make money advertising their products for them. The second option is digital marketing. And when I say digital marketing, affiliate marketing is a form of digital marketing, but I'm talking about digital products. So when you can sell digital products like ebooks, mini courses, how-to guides, templates, anything that you can download off the internet. You can sell those type of things as long as they're helping somebody solve a problem. You can sell those things and make money. And with digital products, oftentimes you can make 100% commission on every sale because it doesn't cost anything to make a digital product or reproduce it. It costs, it's the same to have one digital product or 10,000. It's just basically duplicating it, right? So it doesn't cost anything to ship it because it's an instant download. So 100% profit goes to you every time you're selling those. I love digital products because if you've got good ones, then you're helping people. It saves them time and money, and helps them solve problems in their life. But you can scale it really easily, and it's very simple to do that. So I do both of those things. I started off with digital products, and now I have a combination of digital and affiliate, and that at this point I've got 8 streams of income. So what I love about this is the same exact strategy that I'm going to show you guys tonight, that I started off with for my first product. I can apply to all different kinds of other products. And those same strategies are going to work regardless. You're just going to apply it to a new thing and you can build multiple streams of income. So, any questions about that part? Like just in terms of like what it is that we're actually doing? I'm going to get into how I do this in a second, but you guys have any questions about the difference between digital products or affiliate marketing and how that all works? Okay, so basically, okay, Kemi asked a great question. Are they products that you create? So yes, some of them are. You have the option. You can create your own digital products. Some people are scared of that. That's okay. If you don't feel comfortable creating your own, you can start with other people's products that they've created and sell those. And we'll get into some of the ways that you can do that here in a second. But that is an option. If you want to create your own, the nice thing about that is that you've got full control. You can put the price wherever you want to put the price. You can make it better over time, and you obviously make 100% profit on stuff you create yourself. So Marissa asked, do you only sell on or via Instagram, or do you sell on Amazon and places similar to that? I personally sell through Instagram. So I've got my own website. I've got I have become an Amazon affiliate. I just don't focus on that with my marketing, but you can do either one. So if you become an Amazon influencer, then you can sell and advertise anything on Amazon and get commission off of the sales of those products, which is really cool. And a lot of people make a lot of money doing that. I've just chosen to kind of go a slightly different route, but that's definitely an option. Okay, so let's talk about how this actually works. Okay, so to be successful, the strategy for either affiliate marketing or digital products is very much the same. The only difference is at the end of the day, like the point of sale, like where people are purchasing the product. If it's from an existing company, it'll be on their website. If it's not, it'll be on your website. But for both of those situations, the strategy is going to be the same. And what you need to be successful doing this business model is number one, you need to have a good product. Kind of obvious, right? But you can't sell something if you don't have something to sell. You need to have a good product. You need to have, number two, a online sales website where people can purchase it. Okay. I'm going to flesh these out in more detail in just a second, but just so you understand the full spectrum, you need to have a product. You need to have a place where people can buy it online. And then third, you need to have uh, a way to get people to find your website. You need to be able to generate traffic to your site. And that traffic needs to be people that are actually interested in what you have to offer. Okay. So those are the three components. And I'm going to explain to you how each of these works and how you can do each one of these three parts. Okay. Step one, have a product. So put a 3 in the chat if you have ever thought about getting started making money online, but you were like, well, I don't have anything to sell. So like, if that's been a hurdle for you, put a 3, because I know for me, that was my first question. Is like, well, what am I going to sell? That that is something that does not need to be an issue, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can find existing products that are already there, ready to just jump on and start marketing and selling. And then, like I said, you can also create your own, and I can show you how to do that too. But let's start with ones that are already there that you don't even have to do anything for. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go here. This is. Can you guys see my screen? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can see this. Okay, perfect. So this is Digistore 24. This is one website. There are so many websites out here like this on the internet, but this is just one example where you can come to Digistore 24, create an account, and there are tons of products that are already on the market, good products. Right here, you can see 8,500 plus offers in 44 niches. Over $3 billion in sales just through Digistore 24 of people who have marketed and sold these products. Okay, so it is incredible, like how much money is being made by people like you and me who are taking these products that are already there and marketing them and making money. Okay, so this is just one option. ClickBank is another one. Okay, very similar. It's for affiliate marketers. Basically, it's a marketplace where you can go on here and choose products that people have affiliate programs for. You can set up an account with those companies and start marketing their products. Okay, so this is just 2 examples, like I said, but there are so many others out there. You can even just do this with Amazon, and just pick products that are already viral, that are already like getting tons of sales, and you can just kind of hop on the bandwagon and start making a cut of all that. All right, so this is ClickBank. That's just another one. Now, like I said, if you want to create your own product and you have an idea, or you have like, let me back up. A lot of people come to me and they will say, and I talk about creating products, and they're like, look, I'm not an inventor. I don't have any great, brilliant ideas. I'm not an author. There's no way I could write a book. And here's the thing, guys. You do not need to be any of those things to create a solid product. I feel like truly anybody can create a good product that is marketable, because here's all you really need. You need to have solved a problem in your life, or maybe you figured out a way to make something easier, or maybe you just did something that worked. It could be something as simple as you figured out a system for potty training your kids that worked. It could be something as simple as you figured out how to like do your spring cleaning in half the time that it took you the year before. little things like that that you just go through your life and you're like, you might maybe tell your neighbor about it, you might maybe tell your mom or your sister. Um, but those little things are the type of thing that people are creating digital products around and selling because there's hundreds of millions of other people out there that haven't figured out what you figured out. And if you can help them do that in like a quick 30 minutes, then that's something that they're willing to pay for. Okay. Because they don't necessarily have those solutions. So a lot of these digital products are just simple ideas that you can turn into a guide or a reference manual or an ebook that's just a couple pages long. And you can sell it for, $19, $29, something like that. Now, you might be thinking like, how do I even go about doing that? Like I would have no clue how to create a digital product. It's a lot simpler than you would think. First of all, you can use ChatGPT to help you write anything. It's very good at that. You just basically tell it what you want it to do, and it'll crank out an entire book for you if you want. I've used ChatGPT to help me write an entire book in a day. Okay, so I'm going to show you another tool really quick that I use all the time. And you're probably familiar with this. You probably heard of it. Probably seen people posting about using Canva and ChatGPT. This is what they're talking about. Okay, this is Canva right here. Canva is a website you can create a free account and use a lot of the basic stuff for free, but it helps you create all kinds of different digital products. Everything from logos, like these are logo ideas here. You can create a logo for your business, but you can also create, let me see what other things, documents, portrait right here. Okay. Winter wedding fair. You can create ads, you can create documents that are all beautifully formatted. It's basically like having a web designer in your back pocket. Okay, because these are all templates that you can pick from. So let's go to business. And let's see what we have in here. Sorry, my internet's kind of slow right now. Okay. So you can even create your websites on here too, but it's not showing me what I want. Let's just look for ebook. If you, let's say you wanted to make a really short ebook, like 10 to 15 pages. Okay. Canva's got hundreds of templates that you can basically just pick one and it's already done the formatting for you. It's already made it look really pretty and you can just edit the text. Okay. Free ebook, Self Love 101. Okay. You can just come in here, customize this template, and then start editing the basic stuff. And you don't even have to change the fonts. You can just change the name of the book to my ebook 101. Okay. And then you're just going to do that. Okay. So you can literally just create an ebook and do all of this very, very quickly. And it looks beautifully done like it was made by somebody else. All right. So that's how you can just really quickly create a digital product yourself if you wanted to. And you can start selling it feeling very confident that it's really professional. All right. So I've shown you multiple examples of how you can get a product to start with. All right. So we've solved problem number one, which is have a good product. Step number two is create an online platform where people can actually purchase your product. So they've got to be able to get online and put in their payment information and send you the money so that they can download your product, right? Now, this part is where a lot of people really go, whoa, 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 whoa. Create a website? Like, absolutely not. Give me some emojis in the chat about how you feel about creating your own website. Maybe there's somebody on here who does that as a profession, and more power to you. But when I got started with this, I literally had no clue how to set up a website or even where to begin with that. And I was like, no, no, no. No, like I'm sure I got to pay somebody thousands of dollars if they're like to set up a website for me if I'm ever going to want to do that. What's crazy is that that's actually not true. You really do not need to be an expert at anything to be able to create and build a functional online website where people can purchase a product from you. I'm going to show you exactly how I learned to do it and how you can learn how to do it too. Um, there's actually a bunch of different platforms out there. You guys might have heard of some of them called like Stand Store, System.io, Beacons. There's like ClickFunnels. There's a bunch of different platforms where you can build these websites. Okay. I'm going to show you the option that I started with. The reason why I started with this one is because it's free. Some brilliant company decided that they were going to create a website where you can build your own website for free. Uh, and it gives you up to like, I think 15 different pages that you can put together into a website. And it's free up to, they'll even host your email campaigns and your contacts up to 2,000 email contacts for free. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what this is. Okay, this is System.io. System.io is the website. And it really is so beginner friendly and really fantastic. You can create your sales funnels on here. And just like I showed you on Canva, how they have a ton of different templates. Well, System.io has a ton of templates for building a website. So it's mostly done for you. You just have to pick one that you like the look of and then change out the text, like edit the text to make it say what you want to say. Talk about your product, put in your photo of your product instead of that basic one right there. And then you just do a bunch of edits and integrate your payment system so that you can collect payment. And that's it. Now, obviously, there's more to it than just like the way that I said it right now. But what's fantastic is the platform itself has like tutorials and things that show you how to do this. Um, but at the end of the day, it's drag and drop. It's not like you have to write code. You don't have to learn how to do anything techy. Um, you're just learning how to click and copy and paste and drag things around to make it look the way you want. Okay. You can also do marketing emails through this same platform. You can do everything that you need to do. You can even create courses. If you wanted to create a course, you can do that through here too. And what I love about this is that it helps you create automations. So let me stop right there because I want you guys to understand that doing this digital marketing thing should not consume your life. Okay. If it's consuming your life, you're doing it wrong. Doing this the right way, you're going to spend some time setting everything up in the beginning, getting it all put together right. But by the time you launch, you should have so much of this set up with automation so that you can be making money in your sleep. Okay, you should not have to be sitting there and taking people's payment information over the phone or like answering people's questions on the phone or doing anything crazy like that. Okay. These you can automate every step of this process so that all you're doing is posting on social media. We're going to get to that in a second. But people can go on your website, they'll put in their email address, they look at all of the information that's on there and decide if they want to buy your product. And they can make the purchase and get your product, and you get paid all while you're on the beach in Bermuda. Okay. And you don't have to pay attention to it for 10 seconds because it should all just be like set up on autopilot to work for you. So when I talk about working for 2 hours a day, that's how I can do that and still make over $30,000 a month by selling digital products online. Okay, that's the beauty of this business is that you can set this up to work for you so that you don't have to be working for the paycheck. Okay. Um, Now, let me explain to you what the primary components are of a good solid sales page. Because I want you guys to understand that you can't just, put up like a website that just says, "Hey, buy my product," and then have a button. Like You want to be able to actually lead your customers into purchasing to where they feel good about it and they understand what they're getting, right? So let me just break down for you really quick the key components of a good website. Number one, you need to have a sales page. Okay, so that's kind of like the front page of your website. That's where people can learn about your product. They understand the value of it and they can decide if they want to purchase your product based on the value it provides. An example of that is like if you go on a website and you're like, let's say that you're shopping for a, I don't know, what's something that some of you guys have purchased recently online? Just drop it in the chat, like something you purchased online recently. Okay, Kemi bought balloons. Were they birthday balloons or was it for a party? Baby shower. Okay, so if you're gonna have like, let's just say for selling balloons, sounds good, not yours. Well, then obviously you're a good friend or family member doing it for somebody else. So if I were trying to sell balloons online, then my sales page is going to basically tell you the options for the balloons. It's going to for sure have pictures. Would you buy balloons if it did not have pictures of what you were getting? Probably not. Okay. Balloons are very much like they're all about the visual. So for a balloon website, you're going to put some great pictures that show what the balloons look like, show the different options, different add-ons. Did you like want the little like weights that hold the balloon down on the floor? Do you want the little like tassels that come down from the ends of the balloons? Do you want the like balloon that's shaped like a champagne bottle, or do you just want the regular round ones, right? It's going to have all those options and it's going to have all the visuals so that people can, when they're clicking buy, they know exactly what they're getting. And they know, because they know what they're getting, they've already decided, hey, the price tag that's attached to this is worth what I'm paying to get, right? So that's what a good sales page does. It makes it really clear to the customer what it is that they're purchasing so that they can feel really good about clicking that buy button. All right. So that's number one, is a good sales page. Number two is you obviously need to have a place where people can put in their payment information. Okay, so that's what we call the order page. Sometimes that can be combined into one page where people can put in their payment information on the same page as the sales pitch. But basically, like you can use a payment system like PayPal or Stripe or something like that. System.io makes it really simple to integrate those payment systems. You just create an account with PayPal or Stripe, and then on System.io, you can basically just plug in your account information to connect those two together, and then it'll put a little credit card form on your page for you where people can put in their credit card information and pay. And then when they check out, that money goes straight to your account. Okay, it doesn't go to System.io, it goes straight to you. So that's something you need to have on your website, because if people can't pay you, they can't buy something, right? A third thing is after they complete the purchase, you need to have like a thank you page or a download page. If it's a digital product, like it needs to basically say, hey, thanks for buying, here's your download. And then they can click it and get it right away. Okay. Now here's something that I added into my website experience. This one little addition was a part of how I went from making $10,000 a month to $30,000 a month really quickly. Okay, and this is something that I added a few months after I started that really changed a lot of things for me. And it's called a freebie. Other people might call it a lead magnet. Okay, what that is you're giving away something for free in exchange for somebody to give you their email address. Okay, so I started off by giving away a free guide. It was just a short ebook that had some value, but the main point of giving away a free guide was to start building my email list. Okay, so the way that I did it is I just put a little pop-up window so that when people got to my website, a little pop-up window shows up in front of the screen and says, if you want my free guide, Go ahead and put in your email address right here, and I will send it to you in your email. Other people will do different stuff. Like I'm sure you guys have been on websites where the little pop-up comes up and it says, hey, subscribe to our email list and we'll give you 20% off, right? How many of you guys have had that happen? Probably all of you, because I know it happens to me all the time. That's the same exact thing. Okay, maybe you're getting a discount, maybe you're giving away a freebie. But if you've got a little place for people to enter their email address in exchange for something of value, then you can start building your email list. Why is that important? Because you're like, well, if they're already on my website, why do I need their email address? The reason why everybody does this is because you might go on the website and be shopping for something, but you get distracted or you're not ready to buy right then and there. Maybe you're still like shopping around or whatever, right? I know this happens to me all the time. Sometimes I'm even like ready to buy, but then something happens and I get pulled away and I forget about it and I just don't ever get back to it, right? You don't want that to happen with your customer because once they're gone from your website, life moves on. They might never think about you specifically again. They might just go back on Google, find somebody else that meets their need, and you lost your customer. So how do you prevent that? By collecting the email address as the first step when they get to your site. That way, when you go back, or I'm sorry, when they leave your website, you can have an automated email campaign that automatically starts sending them an email every other day, reminding them of what product you have to offer, why it's so amazing, and why they should go back to your website and purchase it when they're ready. Okay. And if you do that, then the next day, even if they got distracted, they get that email from you reminding them, and they're like, oh, yeah, I totally forgot. I really wanted that. I'm going to go back and buy it now. Okay. So this is just another way of building your funnel and building your audience so that you're getting more sales. Okay, so that's the basic components of like a solid sales website for people to purchase your product. Once you have that, okay, you can have the best website in the world. You can have the best product in the world. It can be the most fantastic thing and you can be so proud of it. And you can be like, man, if anybody gets on my website, they are going to buy this thing immediately because I've done so good at building it. But if you don't get anybody to actually go to your website, you're going to make $0, right? And I can tell you this from experience, just putting a website on the internet does not going to make you money. You have got to get traffic. You've got to get people, not just people to your website, but the right people to your website. Okay. So how do you do that? And this is where a lot of people get stuck. A lot of small businesses, they launch and they think they're going to like change the world with their product, but they don't know how to market. They don't know how to get customers. So I'm going to explain to you how I have like, I didn't understand this a year and a half ago fully, but what I've come to understand is that you do not have to pay money to find customers through marketing. It used to be if you wanted to like reach a big audience, if you wanted to get in front of a lot of people, that you'd have to pay for a radio ad or a television ad or a newspaper ad or some type of ad in order to actually get exposure, right? That's not the case anymore. What's really incredible is that we have this beautiful thing called social media that does that for us for free. If you know how to use it, there's a lot of companies out there that still think that they've got to spend money to get in front of people and they'll pay Facebook and Instagram for ads. I have built my entire business without paying for ads. Okay. And I want you guys to understand that you can do this without spending a ton of money on marketing. The way that you do this is you just leverage the Instagram or Facebook or TikTok algorithms the way that they're already designed to operate. Now, I don't want to get super technical because I'm not super technical, but I want you guys to understand that like Instagram is set up in a way that it wants everybody who's in the app to spend more time in the app. It wants all of its users to be in their app as much as possible. And so the way that they do that is they've created these incredible smart computer systems that figure out exactly what makes you tick. They figure out exactly what you're most interested in. not just what people are interested in general, but like you specifically. And they pay attention to everything that you look at, everything that you type in, everything you search on their platform, everything that you're posting. And they've got this very detailed profile of what you like. And then they're going to show you that content. That's why you're seeing tons of stuff about how to make money online because you probably commented on a post, clicked on it, liked it, shared it, whatever. And now you're getting tons more of that because they're like, hey, Kemi likes this. Let's show Kemi more of this stuff. And so that's how Instagram works. So if you know how that works, then you can leverage that to build your business. Here's how. You want to start posting on social media consistently about the same stuff every single day so that Instagram understands what it is that you're offering. So whatever product you decide to start with, let's say you've got a good affiliate partnership with a vacuum cleaner that's really great and you love your vacuum cleaner. So you start posting about vacuum cleaners. Okay. Every single day you're talking about vacuums and you're doing maybe like you're doing videos of like, cleaning your carpet. Or maybe you're just like talking about the features of this vacuum, but you're every single day you're posting about the problems the vacuum solve and why this vacuum is way better than other vacuums. Okay, now Instagram figures out that you're all about vacuums. And so it's going to go into its database and find all the people in the United States, even in Europe, across the entire world that are interested in vacuums. Maybe they search for a vacuum because they're shopping for one. Instagram is going to see that and it's going to know that that person's looking for vacuums. So it's going to show your content to that person for you because it knows that that's what that person wants to see. So do you see how that works? Now, where people get tripped up and they don't understand this is they'll think that like they're building a business and they've got to like talk about all these different relevant things and all these different types of topics to try to get people's attention. And they'll try to be inspiring and put like, Tony Robbins quotes. And then they'll come over here and they'll be like, oh, like there's this really funny cat video. I'm going to post that to try to get more views. That doesn't work. You know why it doesn't work? Because now you're confusing Instagram. Your number one audience when you're starting a business like this is the Instagram algorithm. You've got to tell it every single day what you're about and make it about that one thing. And then once it figures that out, then you're going to get shown to people over and over and over again that are interested in that topic. Now, if you set up your automations correctly, then you can start getting all of these millions of people around the world automatically going to your website every single day, reading about your product, putting their email address, and then maybe at some point just deciding to purchase it, but you don't have to be sitting there explaining your product to people because you've set up systems that do that for you automatically when you're sleeping. So if you can see the big picture now, you're basically just 1 to 2 hours a day, you put up the content on social media about your product and how great it is, talk to people's pain points, help them see how your product can solve a problem for them. And then they're going to go through your automated system and it's just a numbers game. The more people you get on your page, the more sales you make. And that's how you can scale from $0 to $10,000 in a very short space of time. Because if you're doing all that right, then it doesn't take a rocket scientist and it doesn't take a lot of time to do that. Okay, I've got a couple questions in the chat, but is this at least making sense on like how this business model works? All right, let me get to the questions. Marissa said, can you have different Insta accounts for each type of product you have? Absolutely. You can have multiple different accounts. You can even have different accounts on different platforms. I recommend, just for ease and simplicity for your life, to start with one product in the beginning, get it to be successful, and then I think it's best to try to build in other products that fall under the same niche or under the same category. So for example, if let's say you grow your account, you've got 1,000 followers, and you were selling a digital product that teaches people how to potty train their children. Okay. You might be making a lot of money with your potty training guide, but what's another product that would appeal to that exact same audience? Those 1,000 people that you already have, what's another product that they might be interested in? Okay. Maybe it's a product on how to find the best preschool or kindergarten for your toddler, right? Because maybe that's like a couple years down the road, they're starting to think about that. Maybe you've had your Instagram account for a couple of years. So maybe those same people are now looking for preschool. Okay. So that's just, I mean, that's probably a horrible example, but I'm trying to get your wheels turning about how you can leverage the same audience for multiple different products. Um, Kemi asked, you mentioned ChatGPT. Are there any other AI tools that helped you in the beginning stages of your business? When I started this, the only thing that I used as far as AI was ChatGPT. There are definitely other products out there at this point that are helpful, but I've just never used them myself. I haven't felt a need to. And at this point, I rarely use ChatGPT. So, most of the stuff is pretty simple. You don't really need it that much. Um, Rocky asked, do you use more than one phone? I do, but you don't need to. Like that's just I already had a couple phones and my wife's phone, my phone. Um, so I mean I use what I've got, but like you don't need more than one phone to do this for sure. Pamela asked if you can share the name of the site that you shared earlier that suggests products that can be leveraged. Yes, so um, digistore24.com is one. The other one is here, I'll show you guys again. So Digistore 24. And then ClickBank is another one, clickbank.com. And then I'm going to show you guys a couple other tools. This is canva.com, the one where you can create digital products and digital assets. Okay, let me talk about another, while we're on the social media side of things. How many of you guys have thought that in order to be successful with this, you have to have a ton of followers? I certainly thought that. I thought if you're going to make money with affiliate marketing or whatever, you've got to have like 100,000, 500,000, a million followers, something like that. Which is understandable because it used to be that way. Like if you wanted to make money online with social media, like 5, 10 years ago, yeah, you needed to have a ton of followers because of the way things worked back then. It's absolutely not the case anymore. And the proof of that is that when I started with 0 followers on Instagram. I started a brand new account. I made $10,000 in 1 month before I even had 1,000 followers. Okay, so starting at 0 all the way to $10,000 with less than 1,000 followers at the end of that month. Okay, now obviously now I have a ton of followers, but what's crazy, people get this backwards. People think you've got to have a ton of followers first, and then you start making money. What I found is that I started making money and then I started getting followers. So when you're doing the right things that are going to make you money, you start to build a following because you're doing the right things, but you don't need to have the followers first. That's where people, I think, get confused on that issue. Because a lot of the people you see being successful have a lot of followers, but it's actually that's why they have a ton of followers. It's because they've been successful. Now, Kemi asked a question that is what I was actually just going to talk about next. She asked, how do you maintain your anonymity with these social media pages? Do you need to get on camera or talk? I'm very private because I have a family with children. That's a great question, Kemi. And here's the thing. You can do this entire business model completely and anonymously and without showing your face. Okay, we call that faceless digital marketing. And it's a slightly different strategy. Like obviously, if you're on my Instagram, you'll see my face. Like I talk to the camera. I'm not doing a faceless method. There's a slightly different strategy when you're not putting yourself on camera, but there are so many people that are doing it and doing it very successfully. Okay, it's something that I break down in the course that I have, but it's one of my students that I work with one on one. Just the other week, she made $10,000 in one day with a new product launch, and like literally $10,000 in one day in 24 hours. Like I was like, whoa, that's insane. And she did it without showing her face, like without. She's got a faceless account. She posts her content on social media is like animal videos, has nothing to do with what she's selling. Um, but she's making really good money. So you definitely don't need to show your face to make good money. It's just up to your personal preference if you want to go that route or not. So anyway, I had to shatter so many preconceptions when I first started this, and I started seeing how success happens on this because it's not about being an influencer, quote unquote. It's not about being some like celebrity or having a ton of friends and family, even, or like having a ton of contacts. It's not about who you know. It's literally about what you do. And if you're willing to put in the effort to build out your system and take the time to set everything up, and then just be consistent about posting on social media about whatever it is that you're marketing. Um, that's what it takes. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. Like, I don't want to make this all sound like it's just, this get rich quick, sunshine under Moses thing, because it doesn't always happen like overnight for people. I'll be completely frank with you. This is something where if you want to come in here and make a lot of money, you can 100% do that. I believe that any one of you guys can come on here and make six figures in the next year doing this. It might not happen in your first week or 2 weeks or even 4 weeks. Sometimes in the beginning, that learning curve and that getting over the hump to start getting traction online, you want to come into this being consistent for like at least 2 months. Okay, but if I told you that if you spend 2 hours a day doing a really quick checklist, maybe taking a couple weeks to set everything up in the beginning, working a couple hours a day, and then you spend 2 weeks for the next 2 to 3 months so that you can start making $5,000 a month after that, would you do that? If I told you that 6 months from now you could be making $10,000 in a day, like my other student did, after putting in the work for 5 or 6 months, would that be worth it to you? I think for most people it would be, but I think most people just don't understand that's available. And um and it is, but most people, I think they give this a try, and then they don't see the results in a week, and then they quit. And then you see all these other people that have 100,000 followers and they're making really good money and they're talking about it online, and you're like, well, yeah, but see, they've got 100,000 followers. I don't have that. Yeah, but they've been doing this for a year. Like, obviously they just know more than me or whatever. You don't see that they were struggling for 2 months in the beginning without getting any sales, but they were just doing the checklist, sticking with the work, doing it day in and day out. Now they're making money. Now they're making more money than they've ever made in their life, and they're doing it while they're traveling and doing these fancy things, and it's fantastic. But like, those people were willing to put in the work in the beginning, and they're willing to invest in their future. And so I want you guys to understand that that is a part of this, and there's no guarantees on how quickly you're going to make money with this or how much you're going to make. um, but if you're realistic about that and you're okay with that process, guys, this is seriously the best thing I've ever done with my time in my life, because it has paid off so much in the long run, especially. And it's something that I know now, like, I never have to worry about income because I'll always have a way to be able to like add another product, do another thing. If I want to make more money, like, I just need to build another funnel, advertise another product, and make more money. And but if I don't want to, and I want to just spend time with my family, and I want to just focus on what's really important in life, then I can do that, and I have the freedom to be able to do that because of what I've built. So um, I'm just really passionate about helping other people see this vision and see how it actually works, because once you understand it and once you learn how to do it once, then like I think you'll be just as sold as I am. Um, so let's talk about um, a couple things really quick. Everything that I just showed you, the tools that I showed you that I've used personally to help me build my business, all that stuff, you can, like I said, you can do this for free. You can go out there and you can build your website for free on System.io. You can use Instagram for free to market your product. You can build it for free, build a free product on Canva if you want to. All that you can do for free. And you can launch your business next week and go out and start working towards making money. Okay. If I would have tried to do that myself without like having a really detailed step-by-step plan to follow to actually do that correctly from the beginning, I probably wouldn't have ever gotten off the ground just because like I wouldn't have taken the time and energy and like the months of trial and error to figure it out. Okay. Like I just don't have that patience. So when I started this, I took a course. I spent $500 to buy a course to learn how to do all this step by step, so that when I launched, I knew I was doing it right from the beginning. Okay, it took me 1 week. I just followed the steps and like followed the on-screen instructions to set everything up. So I highly recommend taking a course, something like that, to help you get started if you want to do this, just so you're not beating your head against the wall trying to figure out what's broken in your system, or like, if you're even doing it right. Um, you don't have to, but I just know from experience that that was the best money that I ever spent. Okay, now obviously I have a course that I offer that teaches you how to do this. But I don't want you to just take my word for it. I'm going to actually show you what is inside of that course and what it includes, because I want you guys to understand the scope of it so that you're not just like being asked to pay money for something you have no clue like how good it is or not. Like I've been scammed on online courses before. How many of you guys have like paid money for a course and once you took it, you realized it was like completely not what you expected and it wasn't worth what you paid for it? Because I know I've done that personally, and there's no worse feeling than spending a bunch of money when you're all hyped up and then you get into the course and you're like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. So anyway, let me show you. I don't want to be that guy, and I want to show you what you would get if you were to purchase this course. So let me share my screen. This is Digital Wealth Academy. This is not Digital Wealth Academy. This is Canva. This is Digital Wealth Academy. Okay. This is actually inside the course. So if you purchase the course, this is what you're going to get. There is a community tab over here where there's a community of all of the other people who are going through this course or have gone through the course. And it's really fantastic. I'll show you some testimonials in the testimonials tab. You can see there's like shortest month of the year has been my highest month of digital marketing. End of the month in 28 days with over $55,000. So like this is inside the course. These people aren't advertising. They're just sharing their wins. And this is all the time. Like people are sharing this stuff, and it's really awesome to see people using this to make money. So it's really cool. Now I'll show you the classroom. This is the actual course itself. Each one of these blocks that you see here is a module. Okay, so each one of these is a series of lessons. Each one of these lessons has a video, and they're all bite-sized. You can see this one's 2 minutes long. They're usually under 10 minutes. This one's a 1 minute long. So it's easy, even if you're ADHD like me, to work through this in bite-sized pieces. You won't get bored. And it walks you through step by step how to work through this. So, I mean, this entire first module is literally just telling you how to use the course. Okay, like next videos to watch, like where do you go from here? So it's really easy to follow. And then you're going to learn stuff like some of this stuff you can, if you've been in business before, you can probably skip through like the mindset and the foundations and stuff like that. But this is assuming that you know nothing about anything. And it's going to walk you through every piece of the puzzle for how to set up a successful online business with digital marketing. Okay. Everything from legal documents that you need to set up to protect your business to how to use the different platforms to build your website. Like here's the System IO module that teaches you how to use that platform I showed you to build your website. Okay, so how do you create your account? How do you decide on a business name for your business? How to create a logo? How to buy your domain and emails? All this stuff that literally, like, I would have had zero clue even was a part of this process. This walks you through every little step, and it shows you on the screen share like how to do it. So you're not just having to interpret, you can actually see how it's done, where to click, what to type in, etc. And that way you're just like following along and you build it as you go. All right. So this isn't the kind of course where you have to memorize stuff. It's literally just monkey see, monkey do. And by the end of the course, you should have everything set up and running. Okay. You also are going to learn how to do email marketing, how to build trust with your audience, branding, content, selling in stories, selling in your DMs, basically how to set up all of these systems and automations, how to use different tools like CapCut for editing your reels. It literally goes on and gets into the weeds with photography and all this stuff. You don't need to go through all this to set up and begin making money, but there's so much content in here that you can continue to learn and refine as you're building to get better and better and better at this. This is the second page, full business automations, TikTok, using YouTube, teaches you how to create your own course if you want to do that. Monetizing with Amazon, you name it. This literally goes through everything you need. Okay. And then it's also available in Spanish, and French and other languages as well. Okay. So that's what the course looks like on the inside. But along with that, as you're working through this course, first of all, you're gonna have lifetime access. It's a one-time cost. It's $497. You get lifetime access to the entire thing. And what's interesting about this course is that it continually gets updated and new content is added all the time. So this course, since I purchased it, has gotten better and better and better and better. And I didn't have to pay for any of that. So you just pay the one-time cost, then you have lifetime access, and it continually gets better and better, and you can have more content to learn from as things get better. So that's Digital Wealth Academy. If you want to get started doing this business model, like I said, I highly recommend taking a course like that so that you can get off on the right foot and know that you're doing things right. Because there's a lot of little moving parts and a lot of little things that you will want to tweak and just get really refined and honed in, so that when you do launch, you know that like you're actually going to get sales when you start getting people in front of your page. Now, there are payment plans available too. If you are interested in splitting up that cost over time, we do have payment plans available for that too. If you want more information on the payment plans, I'm going to put my phone number in the chat. It's 504-402-8266. Just text me the word payment plan, okay? And I'll send you the info on the different plans that are available. The last thing I'm going to share with you guys, I know we're here at 9 o'clock Central Time, but last thing I'm going to share with you guys is just really quickly that I've had a lot of people come to me in the last like in the last 6 months or so. They've come to me and they've said, listen, like, the course is fantastic. You know, I'm just really wanting to fast track my way to making $10,000 a month like you did. And I don't have the patience to sit there and watch videos and try to like figure all this stuff out and put the pieces together. Can you just walk me through and tell me exactly what to do and help me build all these things for me to get started? And I was like, that's going to take a lot of time, but I got so many requests that I figured out that it's a need that I want to try to help people with. So I created an offer that is basically just me one-on-one mentoring you. Instead of you just like going through the course on a self-paced thing, it would be me actually holding your hand from day one and being like, okay, I'm going to help you figure out your product. I'm going to help you build it if you want to create your own. I'm going to help you with exactly what to do to set up your website, get all your automations like put together correctly, and then I'm going to help you launch on Instagram, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do, and I'll even create some reels for you for your product. So it's like basically like a full on, you're getting an expert to guide you through the entire thing every step of the way. That's my 6-figure elite mentorship program. And if you want more information on that, then I just want you to text the same number, same phone number, that's my cell. Text the word elite to that number, and I'll send you some more details on that. I only have a couple spots open for this because it does take up a lot of my time and energy, and it's something that I'm very serious about really getting in the weeds with you and helping you build your business, and get to that 6-figure income as quickly as possible. So if you're interested in more information about the Elite Mentorship, text me the word elite and we can talk about that. And I'll see if that's something that's right for you. Okay, I'm not going to hard sell you. I'm not that kind of person. I'm going to figure out, is that right for you? Is this like something that you really want to invest in with me? And we'll go from there. But there's payment plans for either option. So just text me payment plan to that 504-402-8266 if you're interested in those installment options. But like I said, if you guys can't like pay for anything to learn how to do this, that's okay. I would still encourage you, go out there, use what I've taught you tonight and get started, because like honestly, doing it and figuring it out is better than doing nothing. This business model has completely changed my life, and it has made life so much more easy to handle. Like to me, it's not even about how much money I have. Like I don't care how much money I have in my account. I don't care how much money I have coming in. I care about how much freedom and time and uh, and energy do I have to be able to spend with my family, to be able to make sure they're taken care of, make sure that when my wife has medical needs that we're able to get her the best care possible. Like those are the kind of things that matter, and then to be able to like bless other people. And so I would just say this is hands down the best way that I've ever been able to accomplish those things. And I know it can do the same thing for you guys. So do you guys have any questions about what we've covered tonight? Literally, I'll just take a few more minutes and answer questions. You can ask me anything at all. Absolutely, Pamela. Can we ask, why did I start? That's a great question. I started, number one, I was unemployed and I needed a way to make income. Um, we had a lot of debt pile up, and we really needed a way to make income. And so I kept seeing people posting about this on Instagram, just like you guys have, I'm sure. And eventually it got my attention. And for me, it honestly took seeing somebody that I knew who they were. And it was like a friend of a friend. And I was like, that's a real person. They're making crazy money. And I need to figure out if this is real. So I started looking into it, and I asked a ton of questions, and I liked the answers. So I ended up starting. Yeah, absolutely, Kemi. I'm so glad we've been able to do this. I don't know why I didn't start doing these sooner. Well, actually, I do know why. I used to go live on Instagram, and Instagram has, I don't know, my going live feature has been broken for months, so I haven't been able to go live on Instagram. So I was like, well, I can do webinars. Um, but yeah, glad you guys were able to make it on, and we can hang out a little bit. Any other questions you guys have about anything? Also, if you guys have other questions and you want to just like chat with me, more than just over a chat thing here, um, just either text me or give me a call on my phone. That's my cell phone. Okay. It's not like a call center. It's not, I don't have minions that are going to answer and try to like sell you on stuff. So if you just want to chat about this and if you have more questions, feel free to reach out to me on my cell phone and I'm happy to share more and answer your questions. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, then yeah, absolutely. Definitely excited to work with you if you decide to come on board and we'll definitely chat offline. All right, guys. God bless you all. Hopefully this was helpful for you and have a great rest of your night. We'll talk soon.